handing the bag from person to person, and in a few minutes everything is offloaded and you pull your bags along behind you there along the platform to the main station area. Once we get to the main platform in front of the station in Venice, we have baggage porters take over and put the bags into the boats. You could take your suitcase onto the Vaporetto, but we don't choose to do that with a group especially. So we have the baggage porters put the bags into their boat. These guys are real experienced and real casual about what they're doing, but they haven't dropped the bag yet. And the boats go along with Craig in this case. He's going to be the king of the baggage, watching over it until it gets to the hotel. And we will go on a separate boat on the Vaporetto down the Grand Canal you see here, right through the heart of Venice. Passing the train station, the Grand Canal is like the main highway of Venice, except there's no cars in this city, there's no roads, it's all just canals and sidewalks. So you either go by boat or you walk. There's a casino, you can do some gambling. Venice is such a magical place. It's the best collection of historic buildings any place in the world. Heading right to the Rialto Bridge, from here you have a spectacular view looking right down the Grand Canal. There's over 700 palaces that date back to before the fall of the Republic, which was the time of Napoleon. 700 grand old palaces. Many of them are empty now. It's very costly to maintain them and to renovate them, but some of the palaces have been turned into small hotels and museums. One of the best places to eat in the world is this little place in Venice. It's called the Rosticceria San Bartolomeo. It's right off of the Campo San Bartolomeo near the Rialto Bridge. It's open every day now for lunch and for dinner, and the food is unreal, and the price is very cheap. It's about $4.50 for a big plate of eggplant parmesan, or you can get risotto, one of their specialties, or spaghetti if you wish, lasagna. Fantastic food. This is really one of the best food values in Europe. Another kind of artwork is the glass factories. You know, Venice is very famous for its glass, and you can actually attend a free workshop and watch them making it right here.
Now you follow me in this room. It's a little cooler, and I'll tell you some secrets how we make the colors. This way, follow me. Then you're free to look around. Please take a seat. For light blue, we use a part of silver and cobalt, the aquamarine. We have lovely green made with copper, oxide of copper. The first color made in Venice 1,000 years ago is this one here. Amethyst is made with manganese. One secret of Murano glass is that crystal becomes very strong. It's very solid. The gold metallizes it, so it becomes a little bit more solid than normal glass. So they're so strong you can throw them on the floor. Sorry, you see? You won't see. You won't see because it breaks, believe me. That's the only way to stay in business, okay? But it's strong, resistant. You can use for wine, for whiskey, for martini, Coca-Cola juice. And look at the beautiful shape, you see. You can use them after 10 o'clock at night. You see. More you drink, better they roll. You see, the rolling glasses. It's a set that we made with the Chamber of Commerce of Venice to advertise our Venetian glass. It's a set that comes in 7 beautiful colors. It includes the packing, the shipping insurance, so you don't have to carry, and that's delivered to your home door for $270. Don't be afraid of breaking. If you break something, here we give you 50% discount.
Yes, Joe did buy that vase, and it got home just a few weeks after he did, in very good shape. The Vecchia Murano is one of the more interesting of the glass factories, and it's located just behind the Basilica of San Marco. Let's have a look inside the Basilica and listen to the music that's going with the Mass and enjoy the biggest collection of mosaics in the world. Okay, leaving the Giorgione on our walking tour. So this is the traghetto. It's a real cheap way to get a gondola ride. It's only 700 lira. That's the equivalent of about 40 cents. And it takes you across the canal.
You said it was all islands, right?
Islands, yeah. These were muddy islands. Natural islands.
And they built.
And then they reinforced them and built the stone foundations.
I'm sure they don't have pilings, right?
They have pilings, yeah. Wooden pilings. The traghetto is a very convenient way to cross the canal because there are only 3 bridges across the canal. There's one by the train station, and there's one near here at the Rialto, and one over by the Accademia Art Museum. So if you're any place else along the Grand Canal and you want to get across, it's probably going to be worth your while to get in the traghetto. There's about 7 of these traghetto crossing stations. It's quick and fun. So here's the morning vegetable market right at the Rialto in the heart of Venice. These guys are here every day. All kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables, asparagus, mushrooms, arugula, exotic greens, all kinds.
Milk? Yeah, I know.
This is the oldest, among the oldest buildings in the city right here. And the church that you see right in front of you, behind me, that's the oldest church in Venice, San Giacomo. Just by the Rialto market are some pretty good places to buy souvenirs, especially from these portable sidewalk stands. They get set up in the morning and they have real good prices, better than you'll find in the stores around Piazza San Marco. Shops are just opening. It's about 9:30 in the morning. Some shops open at 10. A few shops open early, like at 8 o'clock, but that's more of the cafes, the coffee shops. Most of the stores in Venice open about 10 o'clock, which is typical of Europe. They get started late, about 10 o'clock. These cannolis in the bakery look pretty good. The cafes are open. You can go in and stand up and get a shot of espresso. Remember, it's cheaper if you buy food standing up than if you sit down at a table. You've basically got to pay rent when you're sitting down at a table. So you find the Italian way is to stand up at the snack bar and you can buy a sandwich for a couple dollars. It's really a great deal. There's all kinds of stores in Venice. It's like one big shopping mall. And this particular neighborhood is very good for shopping because it's off the beaten track. We're going from the Rialto to the Ferrari. We're heading away from Piazza San Marco. And the further away you get from the tourist centers, the more the prices go down. And plus, it's fascinating to just stroll in these back alleys, even if you're not buying anything, just to look around and take in the sights. Sotto Portego, when the building is over the sidewalk. I always like to pause on the bridge and enjoy the view up and down the canals. One of the nice things to purchase in Venice is the mask that dates to the time of the Carnival. So Church of the Ferrari is the second biggest church in Venice after the Basilica of San Marco. And you can see that it's Gothic in style because it has pointed arches, which means it's a very old church. It dates back to the 1300s. Canova is buried inside the Ferrari, and there's a monument to Titian. One of his greatest works is hanging over the altar. The Ferrari was built in the 15th century. There's a Donatello wood carving of John the Baptist, and an early masterpiece by Bellini, the Madonna Enthroned, similar to the later masterpiece that we saw at the Church of San Zaccaria. Titian's Assumption of the Virgin is the main piece of art in the Ferrari, and it holds the place of honor over the high altar. Back on the Vaporetto, we're moving around again. We're going to see a little bit more of Venice and do some more walking down the quaint little narrow alleyways of the city. Venice is just a great place for getting lost, for taking a stroll, not worrying about where you are because you can't really get terribly lost. After all, it's on an island. You can go from one end of Venice to the other in about 30 or 40 minutes. So most of the sites are easy walking distance, and yet it could take you many weeks to cover all of these little alleyways lined with stores. And it would also take you many weeks just to sample the fine dining that's available in Venice. One of our favorite restaurants is Fiaschetteria Toscana, and our favorite waiter, Roberto. It's located just near the Rialto Bridge. Tagliolini with scampi. What a meal. Fresh pasta the Italian way, which means the noodles are homemade and they're cooked al dente. It's a great way to cap off our visit to Venice.